Jai Sri Krishna, and today is Sunday, so we will do the Ashtavakra Gita, and it's going to we are on verse 25th, really, of chapter 2. We are going to be starting chapter 3 also because I think you will understand it well. Now in the chapter, the one that we are doing today, which is the verse 25 of chapter 2, on page 73 of Ashtavakra, commentary by Swami Chinmayanand, King Janak is still overwhelmed by what he has experienced. So King Janak continues to say, "Wonderful, marvelous, in me the limitless ocean, the waves of individual selves according to their nature rise, jostle about, play for a time and disappear." Now the commentary. The beauty of this lyrical verse with which the chapter is concluding can ring an echo for a long time in the bosom of the student, even when he has shut down the book and finished his studies. It is not only the words that are rising in me, the consciousness, but all other living creatures are also born from the same self in me. He is experiencing that he is God himself, Brahma himself. And then Janak continues, the commentary of the verse continues by Swami Chinmayanand. It is what King Janak is implying. And it is, in our dreams we all experience the same, and on waking up all the creations of the dreaming mind get merged with our waking mind. Think about it, that's what happens. Just as in a dream, the individuals fight their competitive existence, play their sensuous games, and in the end each die away in the world, only to be born again as another wave. When my mind is at rest, all names and forms must necessarily disappear into the pure consciousness, which is the self. And it's a beautiful, beautiful verse. And now I'm going to do chapter 3, verse 1, and now see what Ashtavakra tells him. He's kind of, you could almost say that he's kind of, you listen to it yourself. So Ashtavakra said to King Janak, "Having known the self in its true nature as indestructible and one, how is it that you, a knower of the self and one poised in wisdom, feel passion for the accumulation of wealth?" So he's telling him that now that you know that you are the nature, how can you enjoy getting wealth? And the commentary. The self-realized Saint Janak continued to administer his kingdom all through his life. Ashtavakra is in these taunting verses ridiculing the apparent contradiction in Janaka's claimed inner vision and demonstrated outer action. Having realized the self as the one indestructible supreme truth, how can he still continue the vigorous activity of the world outside, acquiring and spending wealth and living the political and social responsibilities of a righteous ruler? He's telling, how can you continue to do this? And look at what King Janak replies, and this is King Janak's verse 2 of chapter 3. "Alas," he says, "just as due to ignorance a seashell is sought mistaking it for silver, even so due to the ignorance of the self there is attachment to the illusory world of the senses." So the commentary now, which is self-explanatory for you who have become advanced students of Ashtavakra Gita. And this is it. Amplifying the previous verse, Ashtavakra here explains that only in the ignorance of the self can the deluded ego get fascinated by the enchanting world of illusory sense objects. If Janaka is a man of realization, there should not have been in him any fascination for the world of sense objects. He claims that he is a man of self-realization, yet as a king he pursues wealth. Is not worldly activities and service of the society contradictory to the state of self-realization? Only in the non-apprehension of the seashell can one apprehend a silvery shine and stoop to pick it up. To taunt Janak, Ashtavakra is pointing out that the king's attachment to the throne and its power are all eloquent symptoms of his spiritual ignorance. So this is also a verse by Ashtavakra, kind of taunting King Janak, that you are pursuing wealth just like when you are in your ignorance, you think a seashell is you mistake it for silver, and then there is an attachment for the illusory world of the senses. Interesting. So we continue with verse 3 next time. But until next time, you take care and God bless.